Hey guys, and welcome once again to this channel. If you have been here and if you haven't, it is so very sweet of you to pass by. I do hope that you hit that subscribe button if you are new here, and if you are already part of my family, then make sure that you turn on the notifications so that you never have to miss a video. So today's video is going to be in collaboration with a very special lady, which is Katie. She is from Katie from my Vanity. I have collabed with her before. You guys have seen her, I'm sure you know her. She's lovely. I love her. I love her channel. She does a lot of like shop my stash and decluttering videos. She actually inspired me to do my decluttering series. She also does like a lot of fun tags and just a lot of interesting videos. So I love her content like a lot. So I was watching her, I think back then this was Snapchat, because we talked about this months ago. So I think I was still on Snapchat. Now I'm on Instagram, if you didn't know, but I was still like on Snapchat, and I was watching her unboxing a few things, and she showed this little palette from Hard Candy, which was like a glitter palette. It's called the Galactic palette. I looked it up, and I thought that the palette looks so similar to the Urban Decay Moondust palette. And so I let her know that the palettes were so similar, and then we came up with the amazing idea of comparing the two palettes with a little twist, because I don't have the Hard Candy one and she doesn't have the Moondust palette. So we thought we would film each one like looks in separate videos and swatch all of them in 5 ways, which is excessive, I know, but you'll see what we mean later. So we just wanted to compare them and review them and just see which one is better or what's different about them, or if the Hard Candy one is an excellent dupe. So that is what we did. If you're coming from Katie's channel, thank you for being here, and if you are from my channel, then you have to check out her video, because if that palette ends up being like a good dupe, then that's amazing, because it's only $8. Did I mention that before? It's only $8. So anyway, if you want to see this tutorial and also the swatches and the review and the comparison, then just keep on watching. Okay, let's get into this look. So Katie and I talked about it already, and since we both have the ABH Modern Renaissance palettes, we're going to be combining this one with the glitter palettes, because obviously the glitter palettes don't have any other like matte shadows in them, and it's kind of impossible to do like an entire glitter look. I mean, you could, but that would be like more editorial, if you know what I mean. So since we both have that one and we wanted to use the pink and the red glitters in the palettes, then we thought that would be perfect for that. She already filmed her video and she told me the shades that she used from this one, so I'm going to try to stick to the exact same shades, because we want these looks to be super similar so that we can compare the glitters as well as we can. We're also going to be showing you swatches through the video for every single shadow, but again, we just wanted to compare them as well as we can, since we're not together in the same room and we can't, like, she can't touch this palette and I can't touch hers, you know what I mean? So we just wanted them to be super well explained, I guess, in the videos. So let's get into this look. I know that I don't have to show you like the Modern Renaissance part, but I'm going to just apply the shades that I'm going to use super quick, just so that you're not lost on what I'm doing. Okay, so now for the glitter part, which is the most exciting, I'm going to be using the NYX glitter primer, and I'm going to be applying that with this little brush from what is this, Real Techniques. So just applying that all over the lid, and then very quickly before they dry, I'm going to take the red one with this brush from Royal and Langnickel, and I'm applying the red one on the center of the lid with this brush. If you apply this with your fingers, it would be even better. Actually, I think I'm doing that. Okay, there we go. And then I'm grabbing the pink and applying that in the inner third of the eye. So now that my eyes are almost done, I'm going to go ahead and put my face makeup on, and I also have to do all the swatches of the palette. So I'm going to do that and then I'll be right back. So I have learned a few things after swatching everything. I'm sorry I'm a little distracted. I hear people in the hallway, so I know that you hear it too. But anyway, moving on, I learned a few things with all these swatches. So we have 8 shadows. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the differences between both palettes. So the Urban Decay Moondust palette and then the Hard Candy and Katie's palette. Her palette has 10 colors. This one has 8 colors only. So I'm not sure which ones she has that I don't have. I think it might be, actually I have a picture, so hold on. You can buy this one, the hard candy one, on Walmart. It's called the Galactic Ice palette, by the way. The difference between the shades, the hard candy one has a black glitter, this one doesn't. The hard candy one has like a lighter gold on top of the lithium one that I have here. And then there's two greens in the Urban Decay, and there's two greens in the hard candy one, but the hard candy and the Urban Decay both have like a teal green, and then the Urban Decay has a bright like forest type of green, and then the hard candy one has a mint green. So those are the difference in the shades. The price for the Urban Decay one is $49. Hard candy is $8. The packaging in both palettes is super different. The Urban Decay pans are like round. The hard candy ones are squares. I'm not sure how much product you get in the hard candy, but you get a 0.02 fluid ounces. In the Urban Decay one, the hard candy has like a clear plastic top. The Urban Decay has a solid top with a mirror, so super sturdy, very cool. I've always loved the packaging in this one. It's like glitter, it's very sturdy plastic, has a mirror inside. Like I said, I've never touched the hard candy one, so I can't tell you much about the packaging except that the top is like a clear top. And the hard candy one does bring a brush, this one doesn't, but I don't know how good that brush is, so I can't be sure. It looks like a pretty cheap brush. I mean, for $8, what else can you expect? You know what I mean? The price is obviously way better for the hard candy, but in my personal opinion, again, I don't have the tool, so I don't know. Katie will tell you how good the hard candy one is, but I've always loved my Moondust palette. I think it has been worth every penny. I love this to put exactly as I'm wearing it today, like right in the center of the lid. And I have gotten a lot of use out of this. I've used it on myself, I've used it on clients. People love the look of the glitter. I love the look of the glitter. It stays put as long as you put it with a good primer or a glitter glue. It's actually way better. So now I'm going to talk specifically about the Moondust palette. So something that Katie and I were talking about is that we wanted to compare if the palettes had like any actual pigments or if they were just glitter. So what I noticed in this one is that the pink one seems to be just like straight up glitter. Now it's way too light for me to be able to tell if it has pigments, you know what I mean? But after applying it and swatching it and all of that, it seems to me like it's only glitter. Now all of the other ones do seem to have some like colored pigments in it, so I don't know if the hard candy one has that. But when you get past the actual pigments, like the color of the shadow inside the glitter itself in some of them is a completely different color. So for example, the red one has like a gold orange glitter. The pink one even has like a red glitter. The purple one has blue glitter. The green one has blue glitter as well. The gray one has like a white or a lighter silver glitter. The gold, it's like a rustic gold in my opinion. Lithium has like a green glitter, which is super interesting. The blue one is the only one that has actual blue glitter, and then the last one is like a teal pigment, and then it has like teal glitter, silver glitter, kind of pink, kind of purple. It's a super interesting color. It's beautiful. I mean, all of them are, but I thought that was pretty interesting because I never actually paid that much attention to that before. Like I always noticed that it was like pretty and kind of like iridescent, some of them, especially the pink, but I never noticed that the actual glitter was a totally different color. So that's an interesting point, I think, because then you'll be able to compare if the other one has that or if it's just like the actual color of the glitter that shows up in the pad, if that makes any sense. So that's one thing I wanted to mention. Again, like I said, these do have, most of them except for the pink, they have like actual pigments in them. I didn't notice any staining except with the green. When I was like removing the green swatches, I noticed that my arm was a little stained. You actually see that in the swatches, but after I like cleaned up the one after that with the wipe, then there was no staining. Like it came off with like the second wipe, if you know what I mean. So after that, there's like absolutely no staining. I've never been like sensitive to any of this. Never noticed like any issues with this glitter. I've used it for forever. I've had it for like years, I'm pretty sure, and I've never had any issues, any sensitivity, any like irritation, nothing like that. Now let's get into the swatches. We swatch every single shade in 5 ways. The first way was just like a dry finger swatch, as you would swatch any other eyeshadow palette. The second way was just like a brush swatch, even though we kind of both knew that a brush swatch wouldn't be good for like glitter. I mean, it's like common sense, but we still wanted to try it just to see what would happen. So as you probably are seeing in the swatches, that was like the worst swatch. Glitter will never apply that well with a brush unless you put something else on it, which is the next thing that we did. So we also swatched it with Fix Plus. So we put some of the glitter on the brush and then sprayed the brush with Fix Plus, and then we swatched the third time like that. So as you can see in the swatches, I think that the Fix Plus picks up mostly the pigments in the product, not so much the glitter, which kind of makes sense because glitter and water don't really go well together. So it wasn't the best swatch, but you can see that it picks up a lot of like the actual pigments. So when it comes to shadows, Fix Plus is really, really good. When it comes to glitter, not so much. The fourth and the fifth way that we swatched them was actually with glitter glue, which is the same way that we applied it on the eyes. And then we did a finger swatch with glitter glue and then a brush swatch with glitter glue. Both ways were pretty good in my opinion. Those are the best ways to apply glitter. But I think that the finger swatch I like more because it was just more, how do I say it? It was just like smoother. It just worked out better, I think. I've still applied glitter with a brush on top of glitter glue, but you have to like tap it as opposed to like swiping the brush. I think that is going to be it. I love this palette. I don't know anything about the other one, but that's exactly why you have to watch Katie's video. Make sure you check that out so that you know if that palette is a good dupe for this one, because if it is, then you'll be saving a ton of money, because $49 is very, very different from $8. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it so much. It means a lot to me and it helps me so much, and it also helps my channel. I also hope that you turn on the notifications so that you never have to miss a video, because YouTube is crazy nowadays. So make sure you do that as well. And thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely Thursday. And if you are new to this channel, I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you do subscribe. Bye.